delete, drop, flashback, and purge. These commands we have seen in previous session. Now you know very clearly about create, select, insert, update, delete, drop, flashback, purge. These commands we know. In today's session, I want to cover these TCL commands, commit, rollback, and save point. Initially, I start with this TCL commands topic. After this, we discuss about alter. This is today's session. Okay, pay attention, listen carefully. Many important points I cover in today's session. So, topic name is TCL. SQL is providing 5 sub-languages. Among those, one of the sub-languages is TCL. You tell me, sir, TCL stands for Transaction Control Language. Good. Now, this sub-language mainly deals with transactions. This sub-language mainly deals with transactions. So we must know this term, transaction. What is transaction? We must know. This term is very important, sir. We are working with databases means we must know this term. Please understand the term transaction clearly. Okay, this is very, very important in the databases, sir. Because with the PL SQL, we perform transactions only. So that is why this term is very, very important. Pay attention, listen carefully. What is transaction? See, every day you perform many transactions. Every day you perform many transactions. From ATM machine, you are withdrawing the amount. From ATM machine, you are withdrawing the amount. If withdraw is successful, that machine is telling that transaction successful, like this. Or due to any reason, if transaction is failed, transaction declined, like this. So machine is using one term, observe here, transaction, like this. Even through phone pay, using phone pay, you are transferring funds. You are transferring funds from your account to another account. Through phone pay, you are doing payments. From your account, you are transferring funds to another account. That is, okay, if the transaction is successful, that phone pay software is telling that transaction successful, like this. Your transaction ID is so and so. This transaction successful, like this, it is showing the message. So phone pay software is using this term transaction. ATM machine is using the term transaction. Okay, what are the examples of transaction? Withdraw transaction, fund transfer transaction. Like this, every day, many transactions we do. In the Zomato, you are placing food order, transaction. In the Amazon, you are purchasing a product, transaction. You are creating Gmail account, transaction. You are modifying password, transaction. You are closing Gmail account, transaction. Like this, every day we perform many transactions. So you are depositing through ATM machine, transaction. You are placing order in Amazon, transaction. Like this, every day we perform many transactions. Then what is transaction? Every transaction is a series of actions. It is a step-by-step procedure. Every transaction is a series of actions. Every transaction is a series of actions. You must know this one. In one transaction, many actions will be performed, sir. In one transaction, many actions will be performed. Suppose I'm taking withdraw here. Okay, when you are doing withdraw transaction, what is happening? Okay, which actions it is performing? Just observe. You are giving your card to ATM machine. So ATM machine reads card information. Action. After that, immediately it is asking enter PIN number. Your entered PIN number, is it matching with bank database PIN number or not? It has to check. Your entered PIN number, is it matching with bank database PIN number or not? It has to check. In the bank database, they are maintaining PIN numbers. Your entered PIN number, is it matching with this bank database PIN number or not? It has to check. For this, internally, select command will be used to check whether your PIN number correct or not. To check that, internally select command will be used here. Okay, you are valid user, displaying menu. You are selecting withdraw option. Immediately it is asking how much amount you want to withdraw. Suppose in your account 10,000 amount is there. You are withdrawing 15,000. In your account 10,000 amount is there. You are withdrawing 15,000. Then immediately it gives message as insufficient funds. Means sufficient funds available or not, it is checking. In your account, sufficient funds available or not, it is checking. For this also select command will be executed. Okay, assume that sufficient funds are available. It updates the balance. Machine gives amount to you. Okay, machine gives money. Then finally, it updates the balance. These actions will be performed. So this series of actions we are calling as one withdraw transaction. Like this, you take any transaction, in the transaction, some series of actions will be there, some step-by-step procedure will be there. To perform these actions only, we are writing SQL commands. So we should know this one, sir. If anyone is asking what is transaction, simply say it is a series of actions. What are the examples of transaction? Withdraw, fund transfer, deposit, placing order, etc. Creating Gmail account, transaction. Okay, closing Facebook account, transaction, like this. Okay, you're opening savings account in the bank, transaction. You're modifying your net banking password, transaction. So you take any transaction, the transaction contains a series of actions. To perform those actions, we use these SQL commands. If you perform withdraw operation, it reads cards information. Your entered PIN number matching with bank database or not, it will check. Select command will be used. After that, you are selecting withdraw option. You are entering the amount. Sufficient funds available or not, it is checking. Internally, select command will be executed. If sufficient funds are available, machine is giving money. Finally, updating the balance. For updating the balance, update command will be used. Like this. You take any transaction, the transaction contains a series of actions. We have to follow this step-by-step procedure and we have to follow the order also. Okay. First machine is giving money, then it is checking sufficient funds are available or not. Mistake. First machine is giving money, then checking sufficient funds available or not. That is mistake. Some order must be followed here. It is a series of steps. It is a step-by-step procedure. Order is mandatory here. Okay. So if anyone is asking what is transaction, simply say that it is a series of actions. What are the examples of transaction? Withdrawing money from ATM machine, transferring funds through phone pay, okay, depositing amount in the ATM machine, placing order in the Amazon, etc. So to perform these actions, we are writing SQL commands. To perform these actions, we are using SQL commands. Okay. Now, for your reference purpose, in the notes, I am writing one transaction, sir. Transaction example I am writing. Okay. Which transaction? Fund transfer transaction I am taking. Fund transfer. Okay. Suppose one bank is maintaining accounts table, all customers accounts information in the accounts table like this. Account number, that accounts balance. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 account. Balance is 80,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 account balance is 20,000. Like this data is there. Now I want to perform fund transfer transaction. So now what is the transaction? Observe here, transaction is transfer 10,000 rupees amount from 1 2 3 4 5 6 account to from 1 2 3 4 5 6 account to 1 2 3 4 5 7 account. This is my requirement. So from 1 2 3 4 5 6 account, transfer 10,000 rupees to 1 2 3 4 5 7. Now, when we are performing this transaction through PhonePe software, okay, internally what happens now? First, it checks sufficient funds available or not. Checks sufficient funds. Checks sufficient funds available or not. For this, internally, select command will be executed, sir. Internally, select command will be executed. Understand this point? For example, account balance is 8,000, sir. I am trying to transfer 10,000. What is my account balance? 8,000. I am transferring 10,000. Now bank has to restrict us. Okay. Otherwise, bank losses the amount. Okay. So internally, what happens here? Our transferring amount, is it greater than account balance or not? It is checking. So for this, internally, which command will be used here? Select command. Select command. This user entered amount we hold in one variable. User entered amount we hold in one variable. Using select command, we select this balance from the table and we hold in one variable here. Okay. So for this, we write PL program. In the PL program, we can declare variables. Okay. So this transferring amount, if it is greater than database amount, if this condition is true, if transferring amount is greater than database amount, then it has to display message as insufficient funds. It has to display message as insufficient funds. If transferring amount is greater than account balance, then display insufficient funds. Account balance is 8,000. How can he transfer 10,000? So if he's transferring, it is giving message as insufficient funds. So first action, it checks sufficient funds available or not. Okay. Assume that sufficient funds available, 80,000 sufficient funds available. Now, what it has to do now? Update from account to balance. Then update to account balance. That's it. How to update, you already know. Okay. How to write update command, you already know, sir. Update. In which table? Accounts. Okay. Set. Set. Which column value we want to modify? Balance equals to current balance minus 10,000. Transferring amount. Current balance minus 10,000. Where account number equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6. Like this. So now this value will be updated as 70,000. Then update this value as 30,000. So from 1 2 3 4 5 6 account, we are transferring 10,000 rupees, sir. 10,000 rupees subtracted from account, added to the to account. Okay, same update accounts set balance equals to balance plus 10,000, where account number equals to 1 2 3 4 5 7. Like this. So update from account balance using update command. Update to account balance using update command. So like this, to perform the transaction, we write these SQL commands. To perform using these SQL commands, we are performing actions. The series of actions is called one fund transfer transaction. Checking balance, action. Checking sufficient funds available or not, action. Updating from account balance, action. Updating to account balance, action. This series of actions I am calling as one transaction. You take any transaction that contains this kind of series of actions. To perform those actions, we are writing this SQL commands. Okay, so here transaction is started, and here transaction is ended. So for your understanding purpose, I have given one example on transaction in the notes. This series of actions we are calling as one transaction. So every transaction is a series of actions. If anyone is asking what is transaction, what is transaction? Transaction is a series of actions. It is a step-by-step procedure. We must follow order also. Without checking sufficient funds available or not, you cannot update from account balance to account balance like this. So this is the term transaction. Okay. Now, please confirm, sir. Did you understand the term transaction? Did you understand the term? Online students, please confirm. Did you understand the term transaction? If it is clear, we can move forward. Please confirm. Okay. So transaction must have. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Now, see here. The transaction rule is that, so those who learned DBMS in their academics, they already know this. Okay, they learned about transactions, the DBMS. Okay, every transaction has acid properties like that. Okay, so I don't want to go deeper into this. Just I want to tell one rule here. The transaction rule is that, okay, the rule is that every transaction must be successfully finished or cancelled. This is the rule. Every transaction must follow this rule. Every transaction should be successfully finished or cancelled. It should not be stopped in the middle. A transaction should not be stopped in the middle. A transaction must be successfully finished, means perform all actions. Perform all actions. Or if transaction is unsuccessful, cancel all actions. Cancel all actions. But don't stop in the middle. This is the rule. Otherwise, we get inconsistent data in the database. Every transaction must be successfully finished or cancelled. So if transaction is successful, suppose transaction is successful, sir. Transaction is successful. All actions performed. All actions performed means transaction is successful. So if transaction is successful, we have to save it. To save the transaction, we use one SQL command. What is that one, sir? Commit. Commit command. Commit command is used to save the transaction. Every successful transaction ends with commit. Remember this. Suppose transaction is unsuccessful due to some hardware failure or network failure. Okay, some transaction failed. Okay, every unsuccessful transaction. Okay, if transaction is failed, we have to cancel all actions. If transaction is failed, okay, cancel it. Cancel all actions. So to cancel all actions, which command we need to use, sir? Roll. To save the transaction, use commit. To cancel the transaction, use rollback. Remember this. Understand this transaction rule, sir? Understand this point clearly? Transaction must be successfully finished. Means according to this transaction, this is fund transfer transaction. This is fund transfer transaction. Okay, transaction must be successfully finished. Suppose checking sufficient funds available or not. Okay, available. Updated from account balance. Okay, success. Updated to account balance. Success. So all actions performed successfully. If transaction is successful, to save it, here what we need to write, sir? Commit. Commit we need to write. Okay, no, due to some reasons, first action performed, sir. Okay, first action performed. Second action performed. Due to some reason, transaction stopped in the middle. Transaction stopped in the middle. Now what we have to do? We have to cancel the transaction. To cancel the transaction, which command we are using here? Rollback. All actions will be cancelled. If rollback is not used, there is biggest problem to the bank now. Understand this point? So transaction rule is that perform all actions successfully or cancel all actions. But don't stop in the middle. If you stopped in the middle, what happens? Understand this point. Suppose I am transferring 10,000 amount, sir. Pay attention, listen carefully. I am transferring 10,000 amount from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 account to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 account. First action performed. Sufficient funds available or not? Yes, available. Second action also performed. Updated from account to balance as 70,000. Now, due to some reason, this transaction stopped in the middle. Due to some reason, this transaction stopped in the middle now. Stop. Okay. So now, if transaction is stopped in the middle, which command we need to use now? Rollback. If I don't use rollback, is it problem to the bank or not? Please confirm, sir. Is it problem or not? Now, if transaction is stopped in the middle, is it problem to the bank or not? Yes, problem. Two customers are losing their amount. Observe. First customer is losing 10,000 amount. This second customer is also losing 10,000 amount. Okay, this is the biggest problem now. Why this problem is occurring? Because transaction stopped in the middle. If transaction stopped in the middle, we get inconsistent data in the table. The table we are getting invalid data, wrong data we are maintaining now. So this is a problem. So that is why transaction should not be stopped in the middle. So due to any reason, if transaction stopped in the middle, what we have to do? Rollback. Rollback means all these actions will be cancelled. This action cancelled means again we are getting 80,000. Problem solved with rollback or not? So that is why the transaction rule is that every transaction must be successfully finished or cancelled. But it should not be stopped in the middle. If it is stopped in the middle, we get inconsistent data in the database. If transaction is successful, to save it, use commit. If transaction is unsuccessful, to cancel it, use rollback. That's it. So Oracle SQL provides following TCL commands. Okay, what are those? First one is, you already know, commit. Second one, rollback. Third one, save one. Save one. So these are the three TCL commands. So say about commit command, commit. This commit command is used to save the transaction. To save the transaction, we use it. Commit command is used to save the transaction. You already know this term, transaction. Every transaction is a series of actions. If all actions are performed successfully, to save this transaction, we are writing commit. Commit. Okay. Understand this now? For example, okay, let me write this point first. When commit command is executed, okay, all changes in instance is stored in the RAM, temporary. All changes in instance will be applied to database. Database is stored permanently in the hard disk. So it is making the changes permanent. So this commit command makes changes permanent. Permanent. Understand this, sir? Let me give one example first. Syntax commit. Okay, first understand this example, sir. Listen. When I ask the questions, give the response here. Now, on desktop, I am creating new notepad file, sir. New text file. See here, new text document. New text document. Okay, I'm giving as demo 100. File created. Now you tell me, sir, where this file created now? in the RAM or in the hard disk. Where this file created, sir? Now here demo 100.txt file created on desktop. Where this file created in the RAM or in the hard disk? Where this file is created, sir? RAM or in the hard disk? Okay, please confirm, sir. Where this file created in the RAM or in the hard disk? RAM or hard disk? Hard disk. In the hard disk, sir. In the hard disk. Hard disk means temporary or permanent? Permanent. RAM means temporary or permanent? Temporary. Okay, just apply the common sense here. I created this file. Now I'm shutting down the system. I'm switching off. I'm shutting down the system. I will not lose this file now. File will be there. Means it is stored in the hard disk. Simple. Apply the common sense. I created file. I am closing the computer. Again, I'm switching on. Okay, file will be there. Means it is created permanently in the hard disk. Okay. When I create the file, that file will be created in the hard disk. In the hard disk, file is created. Okay. Now I'm entering the data, sir. I'm entering data here. Now please confirm where this data stored now in the RAM or in the hard disk. Where this data stored in the RAM or in the hard disk. When we enter the data will be stored in the RAM temporarily. That is why if I close here, it gives one warning. Do you want to save? It asks like this. Do you want to save? Changes to okay, that demo 100.txt like this. This message we get. Okay, save, don't save like this. It gives buttons to us. Okay, because of this data stored in the RAM means temporary. If you close this window, it is asking, it is not saved. Do you want to save or not? It is asking. Do you want to save changes to demo 100.txt or not? It is asking. This demo 100.txt file created in the hard disk. This demo 100.txt file is in the hard disk now. Okay. Do you want to move these changes to this file or not? It is asking. So when you click on save button here, when you click on save button, the data in the RAM will be moved to the hard disk. Here, that data will be stored. So to save the data in the notepad, which option we are using, sir? Save. In the same way, in our Oracle SQL, to save the data, which command we are using, sir? Commit. That's it. Okay. So if I close this window, observe here, I entered data here. This data stored in RAM. Okay. I entered data here. This data stored in RAM. I'm closing this window. It is asking, do you want to save? Observe here. Do you want to save changes to demo 100.txt? It is asking, observe. Because it is not saved. You lose the data. That is why it is giving warning. If you want to save this data, you are using save option. When save option is selected here, this data in the RAM, move it to the hard disk. Now it is saved. When this save command is executed, this data in the RAM move it to the file hard disk. Now data saved permanently in the hard disk. Now if I close this window, no problem. Data saved permanently in the file. Tomorrow I can refer this one. Okay, so just like in the notepad, save option is there. In our Oracle SQL, to save the transaction, it is providing what, sir? Commit. When commit command is executed, what happens? Understand here. Suppose, you tell me now. See one example on commit, sir. Understand this now. I'm writing like this. Create table T1 F1 column into data type. Now table is created, sir. Okay, this is Oracle database server. This is Oracle database server. You already know server contains two memories. One is instance, another one is database. So this is instance. Instance is stored temporarily in the RAM. This is database. Database is stored permanently in the hard disk. Now you tell me now. You tell me now. Here I am creating the table. Where this table will be created, in the instance or in the database? Where it will be created, sir? Database. In the database it will be created. Why it is creating in the database? Create is auto commit command or not? Create is auto commit command, sir. Every DDL command is auto commit command. Remember this. They designed it like that. Every DDL command is auto commit command by default. And even we cannot change that behavior also. Okay. So by default, every DDL command is auto commit command. Remember this. So here, create command executed means internally that create command plus commit command will be executed. That is why this table created. So execution will be done in the instance only. But I didn't submit any commit command. Automatically it is committed. Table created permanently in the database. Executed in the instance and permanently saved in the database. Like this. Internally it is happening commit. That is why I'm saying auto commit. When create command is executed, that create command plus commit command will be executed implicitly. It is auto commit command. Okay. If you want to check, if you write to rollback here, this action will not be cancelled. This action will not be cancelled because rollback can cancel uncommitted actions. Rollback cannot cancel committed actions. That is why after creating the table, we never write rollback, sir. Or commit also. Commit also. Okay. So some members do like this. They create the table. Okay. They feel like they want to save the table. They write a commit like this. Okay. If anyone is writing like this, after create, if anyone is writing commit means understand that he does not know create is auto commit command. Even some trainers do this mistake. Okay. Some Java trainers, those who are explaining JDBC, okay, maybe they are legends in the Java, but they may not be legends in the databases. They do such kind of mistakes. I have seen many members like this. They write create command. Okay, after that they write commit. They're thinking like they're saving that one. But create is auto commit command. Automatically it will be saved. After create, no need to use commit command. Remember this. Okay. So now table created permanently in the database. Okay. Now I'm inserting one record here. Insert into T1 values. One record inserted. Now you tell me, sir, where this record inserted? In the instance or in the database? Instance. Instance. Okay. If anyone is unable to tell these points, means you have to focus more and more on user. I already covered these points. These are not new to you. Again, I am inserting one more record. One more record I am inserting. This record also inserted in the instance now. This record also inserted in the instance. Now, these two records inserted in the instance. Now you tell me, sir, in the instance it is stored means temporary or permanent? Temporary. If we close SQL plus, because of my laptop is client, my laptop is the server, I lose this data now. Okay, but I don't want to lose this data. So what I have to do now? Commit. Commit. Commit we need to write. What happens now? When this commit command is executed, what happens here is the data in the instance will be applied to database. Database like this. Now this data is saved in the database now. Now it is saved permanently. This commit is making these changes permanent. Okay. For your reference purpose, I'm writing this point only. When commit command is executed, this data in the instance will be applied to database like this. So when commit command is executed, this data in the instance will be applied to database. Means it is saving the data. Just like in the notepad, save option is there. In the MS Word, in the MS Excel, save option is there. In our Oracle SQL, commit option is there. DDL commands are auto commit commands. DML commands are not auto commit commands. They designed it like that for our benefit only. They designed it like that. If accidentally, if you inserted, you should be able to cancel it. That is why DML command is not auto commit command. That is why we need to save it. If we want to save, which command we need to use, sir? Commit. Every successful transaction ends with commit. That's it. So this is about commit. Commit topic is over. Is it clear about commit, sir? Next command. Online students, I hope all of you understand this commit command. Now, okay, good. Now, I want to talk about rollback now. Rollback. Rollback. This rollback is used to cancel the transaction. Every unsuccessful transaction ends with rollback only. It is used to cancel the transaction. When rollback command is executed, what happens? It cancels uncommitted actions. It cancels uncommitted actions. Okay, some students, what they think is, some students, those who are new to the Oracle, what they think is, okay, so rollback means it cancels one action only. Rollback means it cancels one action. Some students think like this, but this is wrong, sir. This is wrong. Some students, they think that rollback means it cancels previous action, one action. They think like this, but that is wrong. Okay, rollback cancels uncommitted actions. Remember this. Commit means save. Uncommit means unsave. It cancels unsaved actions. Committed actions cannot be cancelled by rollback. That is why after commit, you cannot use rollback. If you write commit here, after this, if we write rollback, rollback command will be executed. But how many actions cancelled here? Zero actions cancelled. Zero actions cancelled here. Because rollback can cancel only uncommitted actions. Rollback cannot cancel committed actions. So here till here data is committed. After commit, if I use rollback, how many actions cancelled? Zero actions. Nothing is cancelled. So that is why after commit, we never use rollback. Because transaction successful means use commit. Transaction unsuccessful means use rollback. Both simultaneously we never use. Okay. So rollback cancels how many actions? Does it cancel one action, 5 actions, 10 actions? Is there any limit? No. There is no limit like that. It cancels uncommitted actions. If uncommitted actions are two actions it cancels. If uncommitted actions are 20, all 20 actions it cancels. If uncommitted actions are 200, all 200 actions it cancels. It always cancels uncommitted actions. Remember this one. Don't feel like it is canceling only a recent last action. Don't think like that. Rollback cancels uncommitted actions, unsaved actions. When rollback is executed, all uncommitted actions will be cancelled. If uncommitted action is one action will be cancelled. If uncommitted action is five, if uncommitted actions are five actions will be cancelled. If uncommitted actions are 500, all 500 actions will be cancelled. It cancels uncommitted actions. Remember this. Okay. How to use it? See the syntax here. We write like this: roll back, roll back. Entire transaction will be, all uncommitted actions will be cancelled. Sometimes we need to write like this: roll back to save point name. This later I will explain about save point name. In the save point command, I cover this one. This is optional, not compulsory. Later I cover this one. So remember this syntax, follow it. Now see example on commit and rollback. Example on commit and rollback. Understand this now? See, I am creating one table like this. create table T2 F1 column into data. Now table created permanently in the database. Till here data is committed because create is auto commit command. Here create command executed means internally create plus commit command executed. Till here data is committed. Now I'm inserting some records here. Insert into T2 values 1. Okay. One more record I'm inserting 2. Okay. After this, I'm writing commit here. Commit. Understand now what is happening here? A T2 table created with the F1 column. Permanently it is created. In this data store. This data store. Now this data is committed now. This data is committed. Means saved. This data is saved permanently in the database. Till here data is committed. Now I'm inserting 2 more rows now. 2 more rows I'm inserting. Third row and fourth row I'm inserting. Okay. Third row inserted. Okay. Third row inserted. This third row inserted and fourth row inserted. Now till here data is committed, sir. Okay. Now here I am using rollback now. I'm using rollback, sir. I'm using rollback here. If I use rollback here, how many actions will be cancelled now? How many actions will be cancelled, sir? How many actions will be cancelled? 2 actions. So here, how many uncommitted actions are there? 2. These 2 uncommitted actions. These 2 are uncommitted actions. Always rollback cancels uncommitted actions. Okay. Suppose I am writing like this. Okay. 5, 6, 5, 6, like this. Okay. Now, how many uncommitted actions are there? 4. If I use rollback, how many actions will be cancelled now? 4 actions. Like this. Always rollback cancels uncommitted actions. Okay. So not only insert, any DML. Any DML. Just to demonstrate, I'm taking insert. Suppose I'm writing update here. Suppose I'm writing delete here. Rollback cancels uncommitted actions. This delete action cancelled, update action cancelled, 2 insert actions also cancelled. So to cancel the DML actions, we are using this rollback. DDL actions we never cancel using rollback because every DDL command is auto commit command. There is a default behavior. We cannot change that behavior also. For DML, we use rollback. That's it. Let me show this one only. Is our discussion correct or not? Check here. So select star from T2 in the table. Now in the F1 column, only 2 rows are there. Third row, fourth row is not available. Because of rollback, it cancelled uncommitted actions. When rollback is executed, when this rollback is executed, it cancels uncommitted actions. That's it. So this is about rollback. Let me show this one only. Observe here. I'm opening SQL Plus. Login as our batch user. Password is narration. Set page size 200. Line size 200. Clear the screen. Okay. Now, understand now. I'm creating one table T2. Observe, sir. Create table T2. F1 column into data type. Okay. See here. Table created. This table created permanently in the database. Okay. I cannot roll back it now. See here. If I type roll back here, it never roll back because here create command is executed means commit command also executed. This is committed now. If I write rollback, nothing is cancelled. Rollback executed, okay. How many actions cancelled here? Zero. Zero actions cancelled. Zero actions cancelled. Okay. So see here, described T2. T2 table is still there, observe. F1 ka. Okay, still T2 table is there. With this, we can understand that create is auto commit command. Committed actions cannot be cancelled by rollback. Rollback can cancel only uncommitted actions. Rollback cannot cancel committed actions. This is committed. This action cannot be cancelled by rollback. That is why after using DDL command, no need to use commit or rollback. But after using DML command, if we want to save it, use commit. If you want to cancel it, use rollback. Now, this is a table. Observe now, select star from T2. As of now, T2 table has no rows. Observe, sir. Now, I'm inserting some rows. Insert into T2 values 1. First row inserted. Second row inserted. Okay, after this, I'm using commit here. Commit. Data save. Then again, I'm inserting 2 more rows. 2 more rows I'm inserting. Okay, notice here. Okay, first 2 rows committed. This first 2 rows committed. Till here, committed, sir. This next 2 rows, not committed. Now open and see the table data. Open and see the table data now. Select star from T2. Observe here, table has 4 rows. Observe. So in these 4 rows, these 2 rows are committed. Okay, these are uncommitted actions. Now 2 uncommitted actions are there. Now 2 uncommitted actions are there. I am using rollback now. Here I am writing rollback. Always rollback cancels uncommitted actions. These uncommitted actions, 2 actions will be cancelled. Now check here. I'm using rollback, cancelling this uncommitted actions. Cancelled or not, open and see the table data. Uncommitted actions cancelled. Observe, sir. Before rollback, 4 rows were there. After rollback, 2 rows are there. Hence, committed data cannot be cancelled by rollback. This is committed. This rollback is cancelling this uncommitted actions. Is this point clear, sir? That's it. This is a way of using rollback. Commit rollback topics are over. Next. Next one. Save point, sir. Save point. Pay attention, listen carefully. If you don't listen, you cannot understand this. It is used to set specific point for rollback. It is used to set specific point for rollback. If you want to set specific point for rollback, use it. So what is the benefit we are getting with this? Okay, using it, we can cancel. We can cancel part of transaction. When we are performing large transactions, at that time it is useful. When we are performing simple transaction, not useful. When we are performing large transactions, at that time, this save point is useful. Okay, we can cancel part of the transaction using it. So how to set save point? Observe here. Syntax is save point, give save point name. Any name you can give by following identifier rules. Okay, any name you can give, like table name, column name, any name you can give by following identifier rules. Use a different name. Just with this, we are setting particular point here. Okay, save point. I'm writing like this. Save point P1. Like this. Save point P1 means what? To this location, I'm giving name as P1. This location name is P1. After some actions, again I'm setting another save point. Again I'm setting another save point P2. Now this location name is P2. Like this. Again I'm performing some actions. What is the advantage I get now? Suppose I'm performing large transaction here. Large transaction I'm performing now. Suppose if these save points are not there, definitely I have to cancel entire transaction. If I write rollback, entire transaction will be cancelled here. But assume that mistake is there in these actions. If these save points are not there, definitely I have to cancel entire transaction now. If I cancel entire transaction, this time is wasted here. There is no mistake in that. So that is why when we are performing large transactions, in the middle it is better to set save point. So save point means to this location I am giving one name. To this location I am giving one name. This location name is P1. This location name is P2. Now I am instructing to the Oracle that Oracle, please roll back up to P2 point. Like this I am telling. Roll back to P2. Now what Oracle will do now? From up to P2 point, it cancels the actions. Like this I am cancelling part of transaction. This is entire transaction. I am cancelling part of transaction using save point. If save points are not there, it is impossible to cancel part of transaction. Think. Okay. Once again, I'm telling, sir, listen. To get some idea, I explain like this. Once again, I'm explaining. Listen. Suppose assume that I am performing one large transaction for easy understanding purpose. I'm taking times also. Example one, save point. Assume that we are performing one large transaction. I'm creating one table with the name T3. Table created. Okay. Now, my transaction started here. My transaction started here. Comment line, begin transaction. Now, transaction started. Okay. Now, I'm inserting some records here. I'm performing some actions. Insert into T3 values. One. Like this. Some actions I'm performing. Okay. Some actions performed here. My transaction started at 3 o'clock. Assume. For easy understanding purpose, I'm taking like this. Okay. My transaction started at 3 o'clock. Okay. Now assume that. Now the time is 3:10. For easy understanding purpose, I'm taking in the form of minutes like this. Okay. Generally. Okay. So within minutes, okay, within 2-3 minutes only, transaction will be finished. Most of the transactions. Okay. Within 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay. You are doing phone pay payment. Within seconds, you are transferring the funds. You are depositing in the ATM machine. Okay. Within 1-2 minutes, you are finishing the transaction. Maximum 2 minutes. Like that. So every transaction generally takes 1-3 minutes only. But for easy understanding purpose, I'm giving this big times like this. So transaction started at 3 p.m. Assume. I performed some actions. Okay. Assume that now the time is 3:10. Now the time is 3:10. Okay. Now the time is 3:10. Next. Again, I am performing. Transaction is not over. This is big transaction. Again, I am inserting some more actions. Now the time is 3:20. Again, I am performing some more actions here. Again, I am performing some more actions. Now the time is 3:30. At 3:30, I found some mistakes. At 3:30, I found some mistakes in last 10 minutes actions. In last 10 minutes actions. Understand, sir? My transaction started at 3 o'clock. I'm performing actions. Here time is 3:10. Again, I'm performing some more actions. Time is 3:20. Again, I'm performing some more actions. At 3:30, I found some mistakes in last 10 minutes actions. I want to cancel last 10 minutes actions now. Now it is impossible now. Think. It is impossible. Now definitely what I have to do now? Definitely I have to cancel entire transaction. Which command I'm using to cancel entire transaction? Rollback. If I use rollback, entire transaction will be cancelled or not? Entire transaction cancelled. Means here 20 minutes time wasted or not? In these 20 minutes, there is no mistake, sir. Then also I'm cancelling because I'm unable to cancel these actions. I'm unable to cancel last 10 minutes actions. That is why I'm cancelling entire transaction. So this much time is wasted. To save that time, when we are performing large transactions, in the middle, it is better to set save points. To this location, give one name P1. To this location, give one name P2. Okay, to give the names to that location, we use the command save point. Save point, give save point name. At 310, I'm creating this save point P1. Understand, sir? I'm starting transaction here. I performed some actions. At 310, I felt my actions are okay. So at 310, I'm setting save point. Transaction is not over. I'm continuing the transaction. Again, some more actions I performed. Up to here, I'm feeling my transactions are okay. So then again, I'm setting one more save point, P2. Now the time is 320. At 320, I'm setting one more save point. Okay. Now I'm continuing the transaction. I found some mistakes in this last 10 minutes actions now. I found some mistakes in last 10 minutes actions. I want to cancel last 10 minutes actions now. What I write now? Roll back to P2. Like this. Roll back to P2. Like this, right? Now what happens now? From this roll back to till the point P2, all the actions will be cancelled. You can also understand like this. Actions after P2 will be cancelled. Once again, I'm telling. Roll back to P2 means from this roll back to till the point P2, all actions will be cancelled. From this roll back to till the point P2, all actions will be cancelled. These are also uncommitted actions only. These are also uncommitted actions only. But these I am not cancelling. I'm cancelling only this last 10 minutes actions here. Because problem is there in the last 10 minutes actions. So I'm able to cancel part of the transaction now because of save point. If these save points are not there, impossible. Impossible to cancel this part of the transaction. So to cancel part of the transaction, when you are performing large transaction, in the middle, it is better to set save points like this. Okay. So when this rollback to P2 is executed, from this rollback to till the point P2, all actions will be cancelled. Means actions after P2 are cancelled. Okay. If you want to check, write like this, select star from T3. In the output, we get F1 column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after 1, 2, P1 point we apply. After 3, 4, P2 point we apply. Roll back to P2 means up to P2 point actions cancel. Means 5, 6 insertion cancel. That's it, sir. Like this, we can cancel part of the transaction. Let me show this one only. Observe here. Just observe there, sir. Okay, be focused. I'm clearing the screen here. Okay, just observe here. Create table T3 F1 column into data type. My transaction is started now. My transaction is started. Okay. Now I'm inserting some records here. Insert into T3 values 1. One row created. Another row I'm inserting. Okay. Now I'm feeling up to here my actions are okay. My transaction is not over. But up to here my actions are okay. I want to set one save point here. P1. So write like this. Save point. Save point. P1. P1 save point created. This location name is P1 now. Save point created. Observe, sir. Next. My transaction is not over. I'm inserting some more records. Third record. Fourth record. Now, up to here, I'm feeling my actions are okay. I want to set one more save point. Save point P2. Save point P2. Okay. Now, transaction is not over. I'm performing some more actions here. Fifth one. Next. Sixth one. Now, I found some mistakes. Okay. in these actions. So up to P2 point, I want to cancel the actions now. First open and see the table data. Select star from T3. Observe, sir. After inserting 1, 2, we created P1 point. After inserting 3, 4, we created P2 point. Now you tell me now. Suppose I am writing roll back to P2. Please confirm, sir. How many actions will be cancelled? Roll back to P2. How many actions will be cancelled, sir? 2 actions. 5, 6 actions will be cancelled. Suppose I am writing roll back to P1, sir. How many actions will be cancelled? 4 actions. 3, 4, 5, 6 actions will be cancelled. Suppose I am writing roll back, sir. How many actions will be cancelled? All 6. Entire transaction will be cancelled. Are you understanding? That's it. Okay. Like this, we can cancel part of the transaction using save point names. So roll back to P2. If I write roll back to P2 here, if I write roll back to P2, this 5, 6 insertion will be cancelled. If I write roll back to P1 here, this 3, 4, 5, 6 actions will be cancelled. If I write roll back here, all uncommitted actions will be, entire transaction will be cancelled. Based on our requirement, use them. To cancel up to point, roll back to save point name. To cancel entire transaction, roll back. Based on your requirement, use it. Now observe now. I am writing roll back to P2. All are uncommitted actions only. All 6 are uncommitted actions only. I didn't use any commit command here. Roll back to P2 means up to P2 point it is cancelling. Check here. It's 5, 6 insertion cancelled. Observe. Okay. Next. Roll back to P1. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 actions cancelled. Up to P1 point cancelled. If I write roll back here, all 6 actions, entire transaction cancelled. No rows are. So like this, we can cancel part of the transaction. We can cancel part of the transaction using this save point name. If save points are not there, it is impossible to cancel part of the transaction like this. Okay, that is why when we are performing large transactions, in the middle, it is better to set save point. If any mistake is happening to that point, we can cancel. Suppose I'm writing like this. If so and so condition is true, then roll back up to P2 point. Okay, roll back up to P2 point like this. Okay, so here some actions are there. After that, P1 point is there. After that, some actions are there. After that, P2 is there. After that, some actions are there. If I write roll back to P2, so up to P2 point it is cancelling. Means this much time saved here. This much time I saved, sir. These actions again I have no need to perform. Like this. If any mistake is happening, we can cancel part of the transaction like this. So this is the benefit we are getting. If so and so condition is true, then cancel up to this action. So these actions are not cancelled. These actions only cancel. Actions after P2 cancel. If condition is false, then cancel up to P1. Roll back to P1 like this. Like this in the coding, we can write like this in the PL SQL programs based on our requirement. When we are performing large transactions, we can cancel up to particular point like this. Possibility is there. Okay, are you using it or not? Secondary thing. Just to crack the interview questions. What is save point? What is the purpose of it? If you're aware of it, that is enough. So this is clear information regarding TCL commands, commit, rollback, and save point. Finally, the conclusion is this commit command is used to save the transaction. This rollback command is used to cancel the transaction. Okay, the save point is used to set specific point for rollback. Till which point you want to roll back, that point you are setting. Means to the location you are giving one name. To this location, If you want to give name, use save point. This location name is P1 now. To this location, if you want to give name P2, use save point. This location name is P2. Using this name, I can cancel. Roll back to P2, roll back to P1 like this. So this is about T-cell commands. T-cell commands are over. Is it clear up to here, sir? Okay, we should know this one, sir. Okay, remember, sir, most of the students, they don't know the importance of databases. Most of the students are having lack of knowledge in this. But as a developer, you must know one relational database knowledge. You must know one NoSQL database knowledge. Okay, relational database knowledge means learn any RDBMS software like Oracle or SQL Server or MySQL, any one relational database knowledge is compulsory, sir. If you know one, another you can learn on your own. In the same way here also, one NoSQL database we must know. If you know one, another easily you can learn. Okay, like MongoDB, Cassandra, like this. As a developer, we must know these things. But to understand NoSQL databases, if you know relational databases, easily you can understand NoSQL databases. Otherwise, it becomes difficult to learn NoSQL databases. So to learn NoSQL databases also, this knowledge is useful, sir. So as a developer, we must have one relational database knowledge, one NoSQL database knowledge. Okay. Relational databases means like Oracle, SQL Server, anyone. One if you know, another one you can learn on your own. In the NoSQL databases also, one if you know, another one you can learn on your own. That's it. So TCL commands are over. Now, in the SQL commands, we know these three TCL commands. These DML commands, insert, update, delete, we know. DRL select, we know. In the DDL commands, create, drop, flashback, purge, we know. Okay. Now next, we need to discuss about alter. Alter. Alter command we are going to discuss now. Okay, understand, sir. Now I explain about alter. Okay. Otherwise, now, now I explain about alter command, sir. Okay. So after that, truncate will be there, rename will be there. These are small topics only. On Monday, I will explain. So with this, SQL commands topic will be finished. 14 commands will be finished. This grant and revoke, I cover later. At the end of the module 1, I cover them. Insert all and merge also. At the end of module, cover them. As of this 14 commands knowledge is enough. This definitely I cover, sir. At the end of module 1, after getting some more grip on Oracle, easily you can understand them. At the time, I will explain. As of now, this 14 commands knowledge is enough to move further. Okay. So now, in this, we need to discuss about alter, truncate, and rename. Now we are discussing about alter. On Monday, we discuss about truncate and rename. See about alter command now. Pay attention, listen carefully. For Java developer, most of you are full stack Java developers. For full stack Java developer, most important area is this one, sir. You must know select, insert, update, delete, commit, rollback. Commit, rollback. These you must know. This knowledge is compulsory. Okay. In real time, these are rare operations. And generally, Java developer will not perform these actions generally. Java developer will not perform these actions. These actions. Okay. As a full stack Java developer, your frequent operations may be retrievals or performing transactions or saving them or canceling them. So that is why you must have DRL knowledge, DML knowledge, TCL knowledge. This area is very, very important. Please get grip on it. Then why we need to learn these things, sir? Just to crack the interview questions. Interviewer may ask like this. How can you drop a table? How can you drop a column? How can you rename the table? How can you rename the column? How can you drop the column? How can you add the column? How can you modify the data type? Like this interviewers ask. Do you know databases or not? Do you know SQL commands or not? To test that they ask. So to crack those interview questions, this knowledge is required, but these are not frequent operations for full stack Java developer. Okay, very, very rare. Most frequent operations are DRL, DML, TCL. This area is very important. Get grip at that area. Next, alter command we are discussing. Pay attention, listen carefully. You already know alter general meaning is change. Alter means change. Because of we are discussing about tables database object related to table only I'm talking now. This alter command is used to change structure of table. To change the table structure, we use it. Some time on doubts here. Listen, you tell me, running this P2, can we cancel these actions? He's asking. He's asking that, can we cancel the actions between P1 and P2? Can we cancel the actions between P1 and P2? Okay, not possible, sir. Answer is not possible. You cannot cancel middle actions like this. Why? Because the definition is very clear. Transaction is a series of actions. It is a step by step procedure. It is a step by step procedure. Based on these actions result, based on these actions result, I am performing these actions. Assume, sir, I'm performing one transaction. Based on these actions result, I am performing these actions. Now, what you are doing now, you are canceling these actions. If you cancel these actions, this will be affected or not? Affected. You're getting wrong output, sir. Wrong result you get, sir. This is problem to us. That is why you cannot cancel middle actions. Remember this. It is because of transaction is series of steps. It is a step-by-step procedure. Sometimes we need to follow order also. That is why we cannot cancel this middle actions like P1 to P2. Can we cancel? Impossible. I can cancel up to P2 or I can cancel up to P1. But can we cancel actions between P1 to P2? Is it possible? Impossible. Why? Because transaction is a series of actions. It is a step-by-step procedure. Sometimes we need to follow order also. Sometimes based on this result, we perform these actions. If these actions cancelled, now this result is wrong now. These actions will be affected now. That is why we cannot cancel middle actions like this. You can cancel up to P2 or you can cancel up to P1. And these names are temporary names only. This P1, P2 names are, this P1, P2 names are temporary names only. Okay, every successful transaction ends with, these are temporary names only. Temporarily, those will be stored in the instance. Okay, every successful transaction ends with commit. When commit command is executed, these names will be cleared. Because after commit, you cannot use rollback. Just now our friend asked after commit, can we use rollback? I told that we cannot. Okay, even if we use rollback, nothing will be cancelled. So after commit, we never use rollback. That is why when commit command is executed, the save point names will be cleared because transaction is over, sir. If transaction is over, no need to cancel it. That is why save point names are temporary. Those will be stored temporarily in the instance. And even if you use rollback here, and even if you use rollback here, okay, so these names will be clear. Names will be cleared because once it is moving back, it cannot move forward. Roll back is possible, roll forward is not possible. So even if you use commit or rollback, those names will be clear. That's it, sir. This is clear information. I hope you understood. I clarified every doubt of you. Rename command. Small command, easy. This rename command is used to rename the table. If we want to change a table name, use it. to change a table name, view name, generally we use this rename command. Rename, rename. Whenever we are renaming, two things are required, sir. Understand here? For example, here, um, here one table is there. Attendance table is there. Attendance table name is attendance. I want to rename this as A. I want to rename this as A. So whenever we are renaming, two things are required. Which table you want to rename? Give the old name. Attendance. Attendance is old name. Which new name you want? Give that one. Attendance is the old name. New name is A. Whenever we are renaming, two things are required. What was old name? Which new name you want? So rename old name to new name. Simple. Whenever we are renaming, two things are required. What was old name? Which new name you want to give? For example, rename, rename. Old name, attendance. Or old name. Let me check this table. Employee. Select a star from employee. Observe here. Employee table is there. Observe, sir. Employee table has 5 columns, 3 rows. Observe. I want to rename this as, okay, EMP 5. This is my requirement. This employee table, I want to rename as EMP 5. Right, like this. Rename, rename. What was the old name? Give here. Employee. 2. What is the new name? EMP 5. Now table name changed now. Table renamed. Observe, sir. Table renamed. Now this employee name not existed now. Employee name changed now. Now new name is EMP5. If I write old name, it gives error. Table does not exist, it is selling. Employee table does not exist, it is selling. Table employee does not exist because employee name changed as EMP5. EMP5. Observe here. Same data I'm getting. So employee table name changed as EMP5. So interviewers ask like this, how can you change the table name? Still using rename command, it is possible. This is about rename. That's it, sir. Over. Rename. Old name. Employee. 2. New name. EMP5. It is giving output as table rename. So if we want to rename the table, use rename command. What was the old name? What is the new name? Now this old name will be gone. New name will be there. We cannot use old name now. Name changed here. In this example, here employee table is there. Employee table name I'm changing as EMP5. So now employee name not existed now. Modified as EMP5. Employee name gone. I cannot use employee name now. So that name changed as EMP5. EMP5, it is working. That's it. This is about rename, sir. Next command, truncate. Truncate command. Truncate. Okay. Listen. You already know that a table contains table structure plus table data. Table structure plus table data. A table contains table structure plus table data. You already know this point. See here. This is table structure, sir. This is table structure. Table structure. Employee ID, e-name, salary. This is table structure. Table structure means columns. Okay. And this is table data. This is table data. This is table structure. And this is table data. Table contains table structure and table data. Table structure means columns. Employee ID, e-name, salary, columns only. Table data means rows. So table is the collection of rows and columns. Or you can say like this also, table contains table structure, table data. Okay, if our requirement is deleting entire table data, if our requirement is deleting entire table data, if we want to delete entire table data, means all rows, then use the command truncate. That's it. If our requirement is deleting entire table data, if we want to delete all rows with auto commit, with good performance, then go for truncate. This is the only purpose of truncate. With the truncate command, once again I'm telling sir, with the truncate command, we can delete the entire table data. Means we can delete all rows. If we want to delete all rows with auto commit, with good performance, then go for it. Otherwise, don't use it. But when we are using truncate, we should be careful. Again, we cannot recollect the data because it is auto commit command. We should be careful regarding this. Okay. Does it delete table structure, sir? Does it delete table structure? No. Table structure will be existed. Truncate cannot delete table structure. Truncate deletes entire table data. This is the only purpose. Okay. Sometimes we need to clear the rows. At that time, it is useful. So this truncate command is used to delete entire table data. Used to delete entire table data. Means all rows. To delete all rows, use it. Okay. To delete all rows with auto commit, with good performance. So to delete all rows with auto commit with good performance, then use truncate. Otherwise, don't use it. Okay. It deletes entire table data. It does not delete table structure. It does not delete table structure. Just it deletes entire table data. Just deletes entire table data. Structure will be existed. How to use it? Syntax is very clear. Truncate. Truncate. Table with a table name. That's it. I already told every DDL command is auto commit. So truncate command executed means internally it is committed. All rows will be deleted with auto commit with good performance. If you want to delete all rows quickly, if you want to clear the table, go for it. For example, truncate table EMP5. Just now we renamed employee table as EMP5. That EMP5 table, all rows I want to delete now. I'm writing like this. Delete all rows. Deletes all rows. Okay. It does not delete table structure. If I write like this, describe EMP5, it shows table structure now. To see the table structure I'm writing, to see the table structure I'm writing, describe. Okay, it's showing structure here. Employee ID, its data type. Okay, employee name, its data type, like this. Structure it is showing, means structure not deleted. Only all rows delete. This is a proof. Or otherwise, you can write like this also. Select star from EMP5. We get output as no rows selected. It is not telling that table does not exist. It's not giving error here. If table is not there, it gives error. If EMP5 table is not there, it gives error. But table is existed, the table is not having any rows. This output we get. So with this, we can understand that structure is there, but entire data deleted. This is the only purpose of truncate. Check here. Okay, observe now. Select star from EMP5. This is EMP5 table data, sir. Observe. It has 5 columns, 3 rows. This all rows I want to delete. Okay. This all rows I want to delete now with good performance. Then write like this. Truncate table with a table name. EMP5. What happens now? This all rows will be deleted with auto commit. Again, we cannot get those rows. Okay. Is it deleting table structure? No. Structure will be there. Only rows will be deleted. Check here. Table truncate. Okay. Now see here. Select star from EMP5. What it is telling? No row set. It is not telling that table does not exist. If table is not existed, we get error, sir. EMP6 table does not exist. Error. But here it is not telling that table does not exist. It is telling that no rows selected. Means table existed. But in that no rows are there. Describe EMP5 structure is there. Observe, sir. Table structure is there. But the table is not having any rows. So to delete all rows with good performance, we are using this truncate command. Okay. So I'm stopping the session here. Is it clear about truncate and rename, sir? Now, interviewers may ask like this. Delete from EMP5 means what happens, sir? What happens here? Deletes all rows. Truncate table EMP5. What happens, sir? Deletes all rows. All rows. Then what are the differences between delete and truncate? This interview question, sir. Do you know SQL commands are not? To test that, they ask this question. Do you know SQL basic knowledge or not? To test that, they ask this kind of questions. Delete from EMP5 means deletes all rows. Truncate table EMP5 means deletes all rows. Then what are the differences between delete and truncate? You already know some differences. Okay. Is delete DML command or DDL command? DML command. Truncate DML command or DDL command? DDL command. Okay. Is truncate auto commit command? Yes. Is delete auto commit command? No. Can we cancel delete action? Can we cancel delete action? Yes. After delete, can we use rollback or not? Yes. After truncate, can I use rollback, sir? No, because it is committed, right? It is auto commit command. Like this, some differences are there. You already know. In the next session, I write all those points at one place. Okay. Use